Right, time for a cheeky beer, I think. Let's see what we've got in here. Lots of lovely Beermail and a few commercials. I think that's the one, though. Oh yes, that'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh yes, so it's a Vacant gesture from none other than Owen Puckett, the Blue Trouser Brewer, another one of my podcasting compadres, and he was very kind to send me through not just this, but 3 beers, so thank you very much for that, sir. And let's give it a quick review now on this video. So if you haven't heard of Vacant gesture, where have you been? You must have been under a rock for a while, because it's a very well-known recipe, certainly in the UK anyway, amongst the sort of home brewing circles, which has come from Harrison's Brewery, so Harry, or Harry Brew 69 as he's known online, and on YouTube. It's their kind of flagship beer, I guess, and a really nice 3.8%, the original kind of sessionable blonde ale with mosaic hops. And I've drunk the real deal, I've made it myself, I've drunk quite a few other people's versions of this beer, and they're all great. So I'm hoping that this one follows suit. So let's get it into the glass and give it a look. So if you do want to try the original, Harry is selling his beers online. He has a full-on canning operation. Most of you are going to know all about that anyway, because he's documented the whole process on his YouTube channel, including building the canning line himself, which is mental. But yeah, that's one of the great things about his channel, is all the crazy stuff that he shows that you can do, really, or that he can do. Don't know about anyone else being able to do it. So there we go, in the glass. Straight away, as soon as I was pouring it, big waft of mosaic hops coming off of it. So nice kind of tropical mango, slightly dank, hint of sweatiness as you normally get with mosaic, but quite pleasant. It wasn't massively carbonated going into the glass. The cap wasn't on hugely tight, so I don't know if it's maybe just lost a little bit of the fizz in transit, but there's just a little bit of froth on the top. I wasn't particularly aggressive with the pour, and also it's straight out of the fridge, so that might be playing into it as well. So yeah, the aroma is fantastic, nice sweet kind of malt, and just mosaic, basically. That's what it is. There's so many really good kind of all mosaic or single hop mosaic beers out there, other commercial versions as well. So I've been drinking quite a few Vocation beers recently, and I think it's Heart and Soul, their kind of session IPA is all mosaic, and I think it's just the hop that works, because it's so, you know, got such a complex flavour profile. It just works if you use it on its own. It's big enough to, and bold enough to hold up a beer on its own without other stuff in there. This, if it's following the original recipe, does have Challenger in it as a bittering hop, but you know, that doesn't make a huge amount of difference. Owen has his own YouTube channel as well, so do go and subscribe to that. It's the Blue Trouser Brewer, which I mentioned at the start, and loads of really good stuff on there. He's using a B80 Brew Tools setup, so if you want to go and see some bling shiny, then go and check that out. Anyway, let's get back to this beer, because I want to give this a taste. Appearance wise, there's a bit of haze on it, so yeah, US-05 yeast does take a while to drop out, and I always find that you need a few weeks, certainly for this beer, if you want it to drop clear. It does eventually get there usually, but yeah, I'm guessing if it's US-05, it's just hanging around a little bit in suspension, but that doesn't really bother me at all. Yeah, that's really pretty close to the real deal. I'm regretting not letting this warm up slightly, because it is ice cold at the moment. it's pretty chilly in the garage anyway, so then when it's in the fridge, the beers in there are really like just above kind of freezing pretty much. So it could do with warming up a little bit just to help some of the flavors come out, but even so, it's eminently smashable. Yeah, it's got the lovely dry light finish, a nice kind of sweet malt there, but not, you know, nothing major on the malt front that's kind of pulling you away from the hops, which is again all mosaic, and it's all kind of juicy, tropical, mango-y dankness, which is just really delicious, to be honest. So this one has come out a little bit stronger than the original. It's got 4.7% on the bottle. I don't know whether that was deliberate. I should probably have watched the video. I think he did. I think Owen did a video for this beer when he made it, but I'm assuming that he probably brewed it a little bit stronger deliberately if it was that much higher ABV than the original recipe. I know Harry does always say that, you know, you should try and keep it at the sort of 3.8, 3.9% because it, I think in his opinion, it kind of helps to make the beer what it is. But I wouldn't say that you can you know really tell obviously that this is much stronger than the original. I did go through quite a few cans of Vacant Gesture over the Christmas break, so I've definitely got, certainly from memory anyway, quite a bit to draw on for comparison there. I mean, maybe there's a little bit more body to it, perhaps, but as I said, it's still very light, quite dry, very drinkable, and yeah, if I wasn't talking about it, I'd probably have finished it already, to be honest. So that's terrific. I'll put a link to Owen's channel and the video for this as well. I've got a video where I made this beer myself, which includes the recipe and stuff. You can also go onto Harry's web shop to buy the original. I do recommend you do that. I think this is, you know, the original and the homebrew recipe makes for one of the probably easiest drinking and smashable kind of blonde ale session beers, whatever you want to call it, that there is out there. And this is a fine example from Mr. Owen Puckett. So cheers, my friends. And yeah, I need to get this one on the brew list again because this needs to be made. And I've got lots of empty kegs sitting in the corner over there that need filling up with stuff. And this is a good beer for turning around quite quickly for doing exactly that, filling up some kegs. All right, cool. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or duder or, you know, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.